Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. O Immortal One, this unique airplane has been sent by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is worshipped by selected prayers and who is the chief of all living entities. You are quite worthy to board such a plane. The great sage Maitreya continued, Mahārāja Dhruva was very dear to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When he heard the sweet speeches of the Lord's chief associates in the Vaikuntha planet, he immediately took his sacred bath, dressed himself with suitable ornaments, and performed his daily spiritual duties. Thereafter, he offered his respectful obeisance to the great sages present there and accepted their blessings. Before getting aboard, Dhruva Maharaj worshipped the airplane, circumambulated it, and also offered obeisance to the associates of Vishnu. In the meantime, he became as brilliant and illuminating as molten gold. He was thus completely prepared to board the transcendental plane. When Dhruva Maharaj was attempting to get on the transcendental plane, he saw death personified approach him. Not caring for death, however, he took advantage of the opportunity to put his feet on the head of death, and thus he got up on the airplane, which was as big as a house. At that time, drums and kettle drums resounded from the sky. The chief Gandharvas began to sing, and other demigods showered flowers like torrents of rain upon Dhruva Maharaj. Dhruva was seated in the transcendental airplane, which was just about to start, when he remembered his poor mother, Suniti. He thought to himself, how shall I go alone to the Vaikuntha planet and leave behind my poor mother? The great associates of Vaikuntha Loka, Nanda and Sunanda, could understand the mind of Dhruva Maharaj, and they showed him that his mother Suniti was going forward in another plane. While Dhruva Maharaj was passing through space, he gradually saw all the planets of the solar system, and on the path he saw all the demigods in their airplanes showering flowers upon him like rain. Dhruva Maharaj thus surpassed the 7 planetary systems of the great sages who are known as Saptarishi. Beyond that region, he achieved the transcendental situation of permanent life in the planet where Lord Vishnu lives. The self-effulgent Vaikuntha planets, by those illumination alone, all the illuminating planets within this material world, give off reflected light, cannot be reached by those who are not merciful to other living entities. Only persons who constantly engage in welfare activities for other living entities can reach the Vaikuntha planets. Persons who are peaceful, equipoised, cleansed, and purified, and who know the art of pleasing all other living entities, keep friendship only with devotees of the Lord. They alone can very easily achieve the perfection of going back home, back to Godhead. In this way, the fully Krishna-conscious Dhruva Maharaj, the exalted son of Maharaj Uttanapada, attained the summit of the 3 statuses of planetary systems. Saint Maitreya continued, my dear Vidura, descendant of Kuru, as a herd of bulls circumambulates a central pole of their right side, all the luminaries within the universal sky unceasingly circumambulate the abode of Dhruva Maharaj with great force and speed. After observing the glories of Dhruva Maharaj, the great sage Narada played his veena, went to the sacrificial arena of the Prasetas, and very happily chanted the following 3 verses. The great sage Narada said, simply by the influence of his spiritual advancement and powerful austerity, Dhruva Maharaj, the son of Suniti, who was devoted to her husband, acquired an exalted position not possible to attain even for the so-called Vedantists or strict followers of the Vedic principles, not to speak of ordinary human beings. The great sage Narada continued, just see how Dhruva Maharaj aggrieved at the harsh words of his stepmother, went to the forest at the age of only 5 years and, under my direction, underwent austerity. Although the Supreme Personality of Godhead is unconquerable, Dhruv Maharaj defeated him with the specific qualifications possessed by the Lord's devotees. Dhruv Maharaj attained an exalted position at the age of only 5 or 6 years after undergoing austerity for 6 months. Alas, a great Kshatriya cannot achieve such a position even after undergoing austerities for many, many years.
Thank you very much, Shakti Premataji. How did you feel reading the small achievement of great devotee?
Amazing, Prabhuji. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, he's a blessed soul. He could uh, achieve this only by the blessings of God.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much. Let's read through the purports of Prabhupada also to deepen our understanding. I think it was from verse number 27, right? Um, okay, we are ready. ॐ ज्ञानातिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कथामह्यं ददति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलां श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगणरघुनाथान्वितां तां सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललित श्रीविशाख अन्वितंश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णकृष्णाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वतदेवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे पञ्चकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्त नमोस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी ऋषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायण नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतसेवया भगवति उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः Hare Krishna. So let's begin with continuing of this chapter. Dhruv Maharaj was back home. Yeah. We may think that home might be boring, but this home is not an ordinary home. This is the home of the Lord. This is the home of the servant of the Lord, where both enjoy transcendental bliss eternally, which is an absolute truth. Yeah. Okay. So before we go into the beauty of understanding that special abode, let's try to go through these verses. The first thing is that we have been reading, discussing this pastimes of Dhruv Maharaj, which is narrated by um, no, sorry, Maitreya Rishi to Vidra. Yeah, and this is so nice. Yeah, here we come to know glories of a devotee who is just 5 years old. Yeah. Here, when Nanda and Sunanda came, they brought this wonderful Vimana, which can fly and which can take not to um, any part of the world, but actually to the spiritual world. So here we see that in the purport we see according to the astronomical calculation, although along with the pole star, there is another star which is called Sushumara, where Lord Vishnu, who is in charge of the maintenance of this material world, resides. So Shushumara or Dhruvaloka can never be reached by anyone but the Vaishnavas, as will be we'll see in the purports later. So here there are a couple of verses which are discussing about this the space shuttle, yeah, the rocket, which takes the devotees back home. And Prabhupada is pointing out uh, one of the processes is known as the known to modern scientists is what? To create some spaceship. Kapota Vayu. Ka means outer space. Pota means ship. There is a second process also called Kapota Vayu. Kapota means pigeon. One can train pigeons to carry one into outer space. And the third process is very subtle. It is called Akashapatana. This Akashapatana is also material. So in that way, we see that Vaikuntha airplane does not move by mechanical arrangement, which are like nowadays we see how space shuttle or plane that is propelled with the material energy. But here we are talking about Akasha Patana. System is also material, but as the mind can fly, just as the mind can fly anywhere, uh, one likes without mechanical arrangement. Yeah, just sitting here. That's why he says that what is very fast, not all these planes, but the mind. Even I am at this moment here, but the mind can already carry me, my thoughts, my presence, into a place where I am right now thinking. The airplane sent by Lord Vishnu to carry Dhruva to Sushumara was a completely spiritual transcendental plane. So material scientists can neither see such vehicles nor imagine how they fly in the air. When we are talking about Vedic times, there are already planes. People will just think that it's only some crazy thought, some crazy idea. Just like nowadays, we may see people talking to their hand. Have anyone seen that? People talking to their own hand. They just turn it phone like this, and then they start talking some messages. And then, when I was a kid, I saw this. There was some kids program which comes every week, and then there was this robot which was able to expand itself when there is a problem to save, and it also talks to its phone through the watch, not just keeping a phone. So all these things are might look like okay imaginations. Human can think of anything, and yeah, and writing such things. So many fictitious novels have come. So this could also be one of the fictitious novels. Uh, People may think and not appreciate the great departure of Dhruva Maharaj. Yeah, first of all, when we cannot see something, we don't believe these days, and forget about this Pushpaka Viman that is coming from Vaikuntha. Yeah. But here it is said the material scientists have no information about spiritual sky, although it is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. What is that? Paras tasmat tu bhavo anyaha. Yeah. So this emphasizes that it's not so easy to even bhav, to even imagine what it is. And then Maitreya Rishi continues. He is glorifying in these two verses. In the next two verses, Dhruva Maharaj was very dear to the Supreme Lord, and when he heard the sweet words of Lord's chief associates, he immediately took his sacred bath dressed himself with suitable ornaments, and performed his daily spiritual duties. These are very, very important. It's not like, okay, now I got relief, I don't have to chant. Now I got relief, I don't have to clean myself. Oh, in spiritual world, everyone is pure. I'm going to that place. Yeah, let's clean ourselves in and out. Thereafter, he offered respectful obeisances to the great sages present there and accepted their blessings. So here we can see that Dhruv Maharaj he is boarding the flight, that he has the plane that has come. But very important in these two. Let me also read the next. mm, next, yeah, or let me also finish it. Every devotee should take his bath early in the morning and decorate his body with tilak. So it is not just to be part of a group. Uh, it's like, okay, someone are putting a tilak like this, someone is putting a round tilak, someone is putting a black and red or different combinations, whatever possible. It's just an identity. One way it's an identity, but it's not just an identity. Hmm? It is part of our, it should be part of our devotional activities. Nitya Charya, Nitya Karma. What is that? Not apply tilak. Every devotee should take his bath early in the morning and decorate his body with tilak. These days we have lost that wonderful habit. But if we see our previous generation, we see that they don't even drink water without taking bath. Since Dhruva Maharaj was living at that time at Badrik Ashram, yeah, there were other sages also. He did not become puffed up because the airplane sent by Lord Vishnu was waiting for him. Huh? So, as a humble Vaishnav, he accepted blessings from all the sages. It's not like, now, come on, I have attained my perfection. I don't have to carry on this relationship or carry on the goodwill. I have been keeping this goodwill so that they may bless me. Uh, but now I'm going to a higher abode. I don't need their blessings because I'm already blessed. We see here so many. I mean, if we just go through this 10 verses, we are already achieving so many important points that we should understand that our life is always dependent on the blessings of Vaishnavas. Ah, this is very, very important. Even to the extent, yeah, yesterday Giriraj Maharaj was, speaking, and on that occasion, the topic of asking forgiveness from uh, the Vaishnavas is very, very important. It's a part of our culture that we might have stepped on his foot, we might have disturbed him, we might have troubled him, we might have irritated, frustrated, or even angered him. It is the greatness of the other Vaishnava that he is keeping calm, but the Vaishnava is always thinking that, oh, am I risking my own devotional advancement? Am I risking my own future by not handling, not behaving, not following right Vaishnava etiquette? Hmm. We should never get puffed up because of some position that we are given. We should not be puffed up of some facilities that we are given. We should always understand that we are more responsible for using this in the service of the Lord, in pleasing the Lord and his devotees. So here, Prabhupada purport. Yeah. So he says that when not only this, yeah, the next one. Let me read that and then explain for it further. Paritya Bhyarchya. So here he was doing parikram, paritya, having circumambulate, abhyarchya, worshipped. Before getting aboard, Dhruv Maharaj worshipped the plane, circumambulated it, and also offered obeisances to the associates of Vishnu. Now this looks quite mm, fanatic, isn't it? This looks quite fanatic. That, come on, uh, have a, if people are worshipping these kind of what do you call, plain things, whatever they see, hmm, or circumambulate these Vishnu associates, uh, um, What a foolish thing. People might think that if one is going, why are they paying obeisances? Why are they always uh, taking the holy dust from that place and putting in the mouth? Why are these people jumping into the waters? What is water? Well, I can understand maybe Lord. I can understand maybe, okay, Lord has created or approved Archa Vigraha Aradhana, which means the Lord is himself coming in the form of this murtis that are installed in the temples properly, and I can understand. But what about water? What is so special about this Koner, ya Kund? What is so special about the land of where Krishna has had nice pastimes? What is so special about this Yamuna river? Uh, what is so special about flute? What is special about the peacock feather? What is so special about the silk garments that Krishna is wearing? When we go for yatra and then we started seeing, oh, see, in this temple there is a very, very rare Chapamala chanted by Rupa Goswami. Japamala, okay, it's Japmala. It's Rupa Goswami. But what it has to do with now? Because neither I can see Rupa Goswami, neither I can see him chanting. Even if he chants on these exact beats, what does it mean? What will I get? Everything which is transcendental is emanating transcendental potency all the time. You should understand that. And here, what did Dhruv Maharaj do? He worshipped their plane, circumambulated it, and also offered obeisances to associates of Vishnu. It is also here, I think in the purport, Prabhupada is mentioning very nicely that, in the absolute world, the plane associates of Lord Vishnu himself are all spiritual. This is very important to know. And we never know, with whom we are dealing, even in this world. In this world, we don't know whom we are dealing with. Hmm? Lord has arranged in different ways to uh, give us access to Him through His associates. Uh, and here the plane is also, I think that's coming later. His As Lord Vishnu is worshipable, so also are His associates, His paraphernalia, His airplane, His abode. For everything of Vishnu's is as good as Lord Vishnu. Why? Because Nama, Rupa, are non-different, and also his paraphernalia are non-different from him. Dhruv Maharaj knew all this very well, and as a pure Vaishnava, and he offered his respects to the associates and to the plane before riding it. But in the meantime, what happened? His body changed into spiritual existence, uh, and therefore it was illuminating like molten gold. In this way, he also became one with the other paraphernalia of Vishnu Lok. The Dhruv Maharaj also transformed into the spiritual existence or identity. There is, therefore, it is said, therefore, that to live in the forest is. I'm already coming. Okay, yeah, actually, from here. As soon as we are in a temple, we should know very well that we are situated differently from the material world. How nice, in case if you don't want to be in the material world, if you feel low, disgusting, disappointing, best thing is to take up the simple living, and that simple living in temple is the best. In the temple, Lord Vishnu, his throne, his room, and all other things associated with the temple are transcendental. That is the reason temples are to be maintaining very high standards. Why? Because these are not ordinary, these are spiritual. The three modes, Sattva-gun, Rajagun, and Tamogun, have no entrance into the temple. It is therefore that to live in forest is in the mode of goodness, to live in the city is in the mode of passion, and to live in a brothel, liquor shop, or slaughterhouse is in the mode of ignorance. But to live in the temple means to live in Vaikuntha Lok. Who wants to go there? Who wants to be there? Very simple. Huh? Everything in the temple is as worshipable as Lord Vishnu or Krishna. So this is very, very important that we see here. And at that what also happened? Dadarshantakam. No, not this one, the next one. Yeah, here. When he was getting up, then taking up the plane, then what happened? Death personified. Antakam. Antakam. Agatam. Come and what happened? When Dhruv Maharaj was attempting to get onto the plane, he saw death personified approach him. Not caring for death, so very important. The devotees, Vaishnavas, do not get um, afflicted by grief uh, when they have to face death. However, he took the advantage of the opportunity to put his feet on the head of death, and thus he got up on the airplane, which was as big as house. In this, there is very important analogy that Prabhupada gives. So here we see that people may think that death is same. Yeah, that's why usually we come across this very common question. Come on, he has done japa, he has done kirtan, he has done so much service, he has done dedicated his life. At least I kept it something for myself, for my family, for my kids. But this guy is such a fool that he has done everything only for others, not to please the Lord. Then what will happen to him? Hmm. At the time of death, I saw that he is burnt in fire. He met an accident, a tragic death. Is it not the same also for a non-devotee? So, what is so different for a devotee? Here we see to take the passing away of a devotee and the passing away of non-devotee as one, uh, as the same, is completely misleading. Why? We see here. There's something which we can't see. Uh, that is what here. First thing is uh, the death personified is coming, but the death personified is not taking him to some other place where uh, to clear off the accounts of misdeeds, sins, sinful reactions. Rather, he is coming and he is offering his head. There are two meanings. Yeah, I mean, I tried to find this in the purport or also somewhere I didn't get it. But I see this also in a very nice way that the death personified offered his head. To whom? Um, to Dhruva Maharaj. Yeah, I think. Yeah, here we see. When Dhruva Maharaj boarded the airplane, he took advantage of the arrival of death personified, who came to offer him obeisances, putting his uh, putting his feet on the head of death. He got up on the unique airplane which is described. And this now we talk about this Graham also later, but first this part. So this also means that he has conquered death. When the death personified is offering his head, to whom do we offer our head? When we accept, when we become servant of someone, we offer our head. This is all. Always we remember that when we are doing the what is this called? Dandavat pranam, prostrated obeisances. What are we doing? We are bending our head. What is that showing? That I am a tiny part, tiny dust particle at your lotus feet. I am always at your service. Please instruct whatever you want. That means that Lord is superior and we are subordinate. And here we are seeing a devotee, Vaishnava, when he is boarding the Vaikunt plane, airplane that came, then who is bowing the head? It is death personified, which means the death has accepted a defeat, or death has accepted the supremacy, or death has become a servant of such a great Mahabhagavat. Hmm. And then the same death personified who can be terrorizing the entire creation, material creation, causing terror, just thinking like, oh, Yamaraj is coming, oh, Yamaraj is going to come and throw his Yamapash. And when we think of this, our body shivers. But here the same person has come to offer his service. So Dhruv Maharaj is boarding onto the plane. This example given here is also comes in what is this called Prahlad pastime also, that just like a cat when it's holding a rat in its mouth and when it's holding its kitten in its mouth, there is activities look same. Both in both the cases, the cat is catching hold of rat or its own kitten with the teeth. But there is a gulf uh, of difference. Why? Because in one the cat is protecting, in the other one the cat is punishing or eating. And the devotee also is not scared. Yeah. So when the death personified came, he didn't panic. Oh, what happened? No. The kitten enjoys. Why? Because it very well knows that the cat is going to not harm, but actually take care. So when Dhruva Maharaj boarded the airplane, he took advantage of arrival of death personified who came to offer him obeisances. Putting his head on the head of death, he got up on the unique airplane, which he had described as a big house, Graham. And I think it is in this only Prabhupada mentions about who had recently been following the SpaceX uh, launches. I don't know. Last week was an achievement in its own failure. Anyone saw the video? How the takeoff went of this SpaceX rocket, the most powerful rocket ever made. What is the fate of it? Have anyone read? Know it?
Yes, Prabhuji, it kind of busted in the air, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? I mean, the people who see this, they would just say, hey, no, come on, I already know it will burst. It was only a matter of how far it will go, how early it will blast. Then again, I have one more ready. So modern scientists are not even perfect in manufacturing a material airplane. Is this statement clear now? I'm reading from here. Prabhupada already said this. In order to compare the plane used by that is also further. Yeah, so those planes we are talking about in the past, yeah, Kardav Muni, that he used, the whole gardens, lakes, parks, everything was present in one, and this was, and then their planes must be able to fly in outer space and hover and visit all other planets. If we want to go to Mars, Jupiter, whatever, we need to know what kind of planes which guarantee takeoff, landing, and also success. If they invent such a plane, they will not have to make different space stations for fuel to travel into outer space. Yeah, I think there is also further two more verses which will come about it. Such a plane would have an unlimited supply of fuel. We know this, right? So always why is a special material selected for a launch? I mean, for sending the satellites, or everything is lightweight, because yeah, to that far, how much we know this, right? There are different kinds of fuels that are packed to this. First, I think the solid fuel is what is used to propel, then the liquid fuel, and after that the gaseous fuel. Yeah, propelling. But here, yeah, the energy is of different. The plane of Vishnu Lok would fly without any fuel. Yeah, I think the same mention also will come later. At that time, drums and kettle drums resounded from the sky. The chief Gandharvas began to sing. Come on, what a celebration! What a celebration! That just our achievement is appreciated by everyone, and it causes happiness to others. Yeah. And other demigods showered flowers like torrents of rain upon Dhruva Maharaj. Just so nice, soft, very, very nice. And we can just visualize this moment, such as Swarlok. And now, where is he going? Dhruva Maharaj is going. Where is his destination? In the 5th Canto, 23rd chapter, we'll see that it is between the Mahārāja and Swargalok. Dhruva was seated in the transcendental plane, which was just about to start. So I forgot very, very, very important. I think I'll conclude in next 3 verses, but it itself will take good amount of time. So Dhruva Maharaj, yeah, when he got and he thought to himself, uh, he remembered his mother Suniti. All this is because of whom? It is not my hard-earned money. It's not by my hard-earned efforts that I am now going to that the best abode. Yeah? It is by whose grace? It is by whose instruction? It was his mother Suniti. So he was remembering, how shall I go alone to Vaikuntha planet and leave behind my poor mother? So here we see that, okay, Dhruva Maharaj is feeling, he is feeling obligation to his mother. And in this connection, Prabhupada gives very, very important next 3 verses about uh, Pata Pradarshaka Guru. Pata means path, Pradarshaka, one who shows, Guru. So Suniti, yeah, mother is doing a very important role. What is she doing? She is showing the way. She, yeah, when Dhruva Maharaj got disappointed, when he was not only very, very angry, he saw that, oh, my father didn't allow me. That's okay. In front of my stepbrother, my stepmother has insulted me. Oh, that is too much to. Uh, and then he came. But then it was Suniti was saying, oh, whatever she would have said, yeah, in one way, that's right. So this is a time to wake up. Don't just think about material things. Yeah, if you really want to achieve Vishnu, this is what she showed. So here we are talking about actually Dhruva Maharaj's mother Suniti was his uh, Partha Pradarshaka Guru, uh, and who is also called Shikshak. Sometimes a guru, such a guru is sometimes called Shiksha Guru. Although Narad Muni was his Diksha Guru, Suniti, his mother, was the first who gave him instruction how to achieve the favor of the Supreme Lord. So, and now here, there is further. It is a duty of Shiksha Guru or Diksha Guru to instruct the disciple in the right way. So, what is the what do we call this test of purity? Of if someone is coming and saying, "I am your guru," by some mystic magics or whatever, no, is he showing us the right way? Is he putting us through this uh, squeezing process or churning process of filtering out the bad in us and engaging us in the services so that we can learn to become pure devotee of the Lord? Only they are real gurus. According to Shastric injunction, there is no difference between Shiksha Guru and Diksha Guru. Yeah, and yeah, sometimes there may be a question, oh, Shiksha Guru or Diksha Guru. Yeah, actually, in principle, to whom did I say it? Was it Vasanali Mataji or was it Ratikali Mataji? I was telling about there is a book I read, I think Ratikali Mataji, about understanding who is Diksha Guru, who is Shiksha Guru, how to honor Shiksha Guru in ISKCON Parampara, to understand that. There is a wonderful book written by Shivaram Maharaj. I'll share that. So there is no difference. And generally, what happens, Shiksha Guru later on becomes Diksha Guru. Suniti, however, and again, very important. This comes in two purports. Suniti, however, being a woman, and specifically his mother, could not become Dhruva Maharaj Diksha Guru. Out of affection, mothers may be little lenient. Out of affection, mother may be fine to, yeah, in her attachment, not only affection, in attachment, mother may not be very strict. So here two things. Mother is a woman. Woman also is simple, and woman is also having these qualities of affection, love, emotion, due to which she cannot uh, uh, be harsh. So still, he was not less obliged to Suniti. There was no question of carrying Narada Muni. So this is next. We 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 don't have to, how to say that. Yeah, they are already elevated people who are initiating gurus. who are giving Diksha, they're already elevated. So just like Narad Muni, Dhruva Maharaj has to do nothing because they're already great elevated. But Dhruva Maharaj thought of his mother. Whatever plan the Supreme Lord contemplates immediately fructifies. Similarly, now very important, a devotee who is completely dependent on the Lord can also fulfill his wishes by the grace of Lord. Very, very important and very, very deep and very, very serious. What kind of desires that we have? What kind of desires are we in our heart? We should really always check, is it helping us? Is it helping others? Is it harmful to us? Is it harmful to others? This is all we have to see. And what we see, a devotee who is completely dependent on Lord can also fulfill his wishes by the grace of Lord. So a devotee, whatever if he want, he can achieve. Why? Because he is always having the grace of the Lord. The Lord fulfills his wishes independently. But a devotee fulfills his wishes simply by being dependent on the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, as soon as Dhruva Maharaj thought of his poor mother, he was assured by the associates of Vishnu that Suniti was also going to Vaikuntha in another plane. Oh, come on. For one plane, we are struggling for success. Now we are talking about two planes ready. Dhruva Maharaj had thought that he was going alone to Vaikuntha, leaving behind his mother, which was not very auspicious because people would criticize him for going alone to Vaikuntha and not carrying with him Suniti. But Dhruva also considered that he was not personally the Supreme. Therefore, only if Krishna fulfills his desire would it be possible. Krishna understood this and he told Dhruv that his stepmother was also going with him. So this another very, very important. I think the next purport will help us to kind of consolidate these two also. This incident proves that a pure devotee like Dhruva Maharaj can fulfill all his desires. Means a devotee, there is nothing, oh, I'm incomplete. I am incomplete. See my neighbors, they have nice house. See my neighbors, they have nice car. See my neighbors, they have name and fame. See, they have all these things. Uh, they are getting all these things which are temporary. They are getting all these things because they are working very hard and hard, and it's slipping. Just like someone is catching sand in the fist, and the sand is always somehow it finds its space to move, to come out, whatever. But a devotee, what is he getting? He's leading a simple life. uh, Even food, he's not going to big restaurants. uh, that too, even a restricted diet. He's not allowed to gamble. Come on, gambling gives a lot of suspense, thrill, life, great life. Nightlife is so great. One should enjoy this life. Come on, but a devotee doesn't do all these things. No gambling, no meat eating, no intoxication. If you don't go to this nightlife where there is always drinks and wine and women, wealth, all these things, one should enjoy. A devotee is not doing all these things. What is he getting? He is getting eternal benefit. And this statement, which I have included here, this incident proves a pure devotee like Dhruva Maharaj can fulfill all his desires by the grace of Lord. And what is happening? He becomes exactly like the Lord. How nice it is, when we are with devotees. Why? Because devotees are representatives. Devotees are our Lord's blessings in our life. Devotees are Lord's grace in our life, and with them our desires are purified. With them our desires are successful, achieved, and his wish is immediately fulfilled. Why? Because the Lord is taking control of the life of a devotee. And then here, the great associates of Vaikuntha Lok, Nanda Sunanda, could understand the mind of Dhruva Maharaj, and thus they showed him that his mother Suniti was going forward in another plane. And here again it comes. This incident proves that Siksha or Diksha Guru who have a disciple, and if I read the last lines of this purport, very touching. Here says that Siksha or Diksha Guru who has a disciple who strongly executes devotional service like Dhruva Maharaj can be carried by the disciple even though the instructor is not as advanced. Here we see that Suniti again comes. Where is that woman? Yeah, please. It's not me that I really want to show again and show again, but show that how nicely we see that. Okay, although Suniti was an instructor to Dhruva Maharaj, yeah, but because she is woman, uh, because she was a woman, nor could she execute austerities and penances as Dhruva Maharaj did. And this, I'll close with this verse. We could go even further, but there is a lot in this one purport or the last two purports for us because we are grihasthas. Mm. The important point here is that devotee children are very, very important. Here, when we make the devotees children devotees, our children devotees, then what is happening? They remember for our, they desire that we also advance. This is what sometimes we think, oh, how nice if our parents also take up to chanting, how nice if our parents also join the kirtans, how nice if the parents also come for yatras, all these things. Just the thoughts of these can make the Lord pleasing because we have nice thoughts, nice desires, and also not that Lord also is fulfilling such so that they also get advancement. I don't know with whom did we discuss. Was it Ratikeli Mataji or recently I was talking with someone.
With we are discussing.
Diwali Mataji, right?
Yes.
Right. Yeah. See, it's not my creation. This is what here we see. So this means that it's a great responsibility. Of course, it shouldn't become a great pressure for us to put pressure on kids. Yeah, it's great responsibility for us to give the environment. Okay, if he has some past fruits which are bitter to be taken or eaten, he has to. But at least if we create the environment, atmosphere, so that they can practice devotion, then they advance to that level that they can pull us back to the spiritual world. We may not be doing. We may think, oh, I am 30 years old, I am 60 years old, I am 40 years old, 50. I can't do that. All these things. Yeah, but if we can ignite bhakti in our kids, in our offsprings, in our children, uh, they advance, and their advancement is indeed a blessing to us. This is what here is it. She could not go to the forest. We think, oh, come on, traveling so far, come on, not for me. Not eating, oh, difficult, all these things. No. Still, Dhruva Maharaj was able to take his mother with him. Similarly, Prahlad Maharaj also delivered his atheistic father. Adirasa Prabhu, we were discussing about Hiranyakashipu yesterday. I don't know if you are there. The conclusion is that a disciple or an offspring who is a very strong devotee can carry with him to Vaikuntha Lok either his father, mother, or Shiksha or Diksha Guru. And here, Prabhupada, he brings very important. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur used to say, if I could perfectly deliver even one soul back home, back to Godhead, I would think my mission to be successful. Why? And Prabhupada is explaining. The Krishna consciousness movement is spreading now all over the world, and sometimes I think that even though I am crippled in many ways, if one of my devotees become as strong as Dhruva Maharaj, then he will be able to carry me with him to Vaikuntha. So this shows the great humility of Srila Prabhupada out of his humbleness, and the Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur out of his humility. They are saying that even if one is made, then life is successful. As if that they are so much dependent on the grace of his disciples. No, they are like Narada Muni. They are always on their toes in serving the Lord and his mission. They are specially sent for not uh, their own purpose, to be in this world which is not so entertaining, not so interesting, but they are sent here only to recover. You know this, of course, not a so good example. We know this banks or credit cards mainly. Uh, um, I think it was in 1950 or so. There was first credit card was dinner, dinner club. Does anyone know? Dinners Club. I don't know if you have seen that. That was the first credit card. The founder of this credit card was dining in a restaurant. When he was dining in a restaurant, somehow he forgot to bring his wallet and he didn't have cash to pay. Of course, if it was a typical Indian movie, he would have been sitting in a kitchen cleaning the pots or grinding the dough, whatever. But yeah, somehow, maybe because of his name, something, he was allowed to go, but he felt very ashamed. Then he created this. What he took his visiting card, turned it into a credit card. How? He just signed it and said, "You take this card and you collect money." I don't know why I'm telling this. Somehow diverted, deviated. What was I telling before this? Credit card business?
Prabhupada.
Yeah, Prabhupada.
Because
you're talking.
He will take the.
Yeah. So we are seeing that
even one devotee can become like a Dhruva Mahārāja.
Yeah. So here what we're seeing that is they come to this world not for themselves, for us, and then we see that it's for our own good if we take their message and we serve, and we don't have to lift them because they're already elevated, and they're always on their toes in serving the Lord, and but they have compassion that they have come here, and so whatever these statements that we are reading here is out of great humility. But the real point here is that for us to understand, that how if we take up to Krishna consciousness, how if we can give our kids Krishna consciousness, then this will help them to advance. Not only that, even if we may think, oh, sometimes people may think, right, what did my kids do? Or sometimes parents will say, hey, sometimes mother or a father will say, what did you do to me? Uh, see, my neighbor, you and his son both were classmates, schoolmates, whatever. This guy went to US and he earned so much that he has bought a nice land. He's busy, and his father is very happy. He's telling so many times to me. No, we don't want all these things. We want to give the real thing, the real gift. Okay, they might demand us something, they might expect something. We are giving something that is out of their expectation, out of their imagination, that can take them to the real world, to the real pleasure, real happiness. So even if you see, I mean, Dhruva Maharaj pastime is showing, it all started with what? Material desire. I think that we will discuss maybe next week. It all was just a material desire. It was like he wanted to sit on the lap of his father, which is very normal, which is a materialistic desire, and then it led to situations that were out of his control. Then later, a Siksha Guru came in his life. Siksha Guru said what he should do, and Siksha Guru support brought him to the connection to the process of Diksha by getting the mantra, by getting the tool. So after getting the tool, it was the sadhaka who has worked hard, and after that, what happened? He's successful, and when the Lord came, he not only benefited him but also everyone. See, such a nice story. I don't know if someone is a very um, what do you call a director. Uh, you can just take this story and then make a very nice full-blown movie out of it, isn't it? Venimada Prabhu?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hmm. Isn't it so nice?
Yeah, we can make a nice picture of Pauranika movie so that it will give by many times when you see the Pauranika movie, sometimes you felt very, it is so attached sometimes. For example, if you see the Bhakta Prahlada, so when you sing the Narayana, there is a nice song. So when you hear those type of things, you feel that how much the small devotee or a small child is glorifying how much intention, like devotion towards to Lord Vishnu, so that it will give some people will get inspiration also by movie, which are very good.
Yeah,
which is really taken nice.
Yeah, even if we talk about this another famous movie Annamaya, of course,
Yes.
yeah. Satish Prabhu, you're bringing the point, right? Annamaya, it's not like okay, he was not a devotee at all, not interested in until he was in his teens and in his love affairs. He was already a devotee at 7 years.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, of course. So we have to be little careful. it is so much to induce love in love towards Lord. They induce so much into the movie to attract people. I think that's maybe I don't know. Still, in spite of such a masala that's added to the movie, still people appreciated devotion because they know what to expect from the movie. Yeah, if it was only in the mode of passion or ignorance, they can watch some other movies. When they come to see this, they expect to see the life of a devotee. It's not like straight away at a high and ending at high, but it starts somewhere like a common man in our life. Sometimes in olden days, the movies, the heroes were already exceptionally great people and was not so unimaginable. Just like when we are talking uh, Venimada Prabhu, if there is Dana Veera Surakarna or any other, if you see, the hero is already Lord, who had great awe and reverence. Yeah, but then there is also some other movies that shows that hey, a guy who has no proper house, no proper food, struggles very hard. Then he really becomes successful, or even this generation, people can't even imagine can someone do like that. So in this generation, what will happen? People is already a hero is already gone case, very what do you call completely in mode of passion and ignorance, not caring anything. All of a sudden some person comes into his life and changes, either it is his fate through which he learns things, or whether some guide in his life is going to make this and then he becomes successful. huh? Doesn't these stories, yeah, where are they coming from? Hmm? Yeah, we have one wonderful story here. We see how a boy, yeah, I mean, this is also a 5-year-old boy attaining success in 6 months. What an incredible story. Yeah, I'll stop here. Are there any questions or anything anyone want to add? I thought of actually finishing till 42, and then from 44 to 52 are only Falastuti. So that I wanted to keep that, discuss the whole Dhruva Maharaj pastime from beginning and complete with that philosophy next week. But I think there's still some more verses here itself. We'll discuss next week. Yeah.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
I can hear.
You mentioned Annamaya. Just I would like to how he took birth. I would like to explain to just give some 1 or 2 comments about on that one.
Mhm.
So in Tallapaka, there was a Brahmana family. There was a guy. So he was so dull in studies. So because when he get very less marks, his father used to beat a lot. So when he goes to in school also, he used to get lot of punishment by teachers also. So one day he had written exam, so he got very less marks. His teacher beated him a lot, and he took that paper and if he goes to home, his father also will beat. So he wanted to die. So in that village, there was a ant hill where snakes can stay. Basically, there was a very big cobra or like that one snake. So people whoever look at that snake, people will get fever. With that fever, they will die. So the boy always used to hear about this snake. So one day, let's go, I will die. So he went to that ant hill in the night. He put his hand inside the ant hill. So nothing happened. So one Grama Devata came out. So instead of doing this one, circumambulate every day the Channakeshwar temple in our village. So every day he circumambulated the temple thousands of times. So during night, Lord Vishnu appeared that don't worry, from now onwards, you will get all the good things. And then the second generation, like your grandson, will be like very great devotee of me. So because of that, next his son, and after that his grandson came, that Annamaya come out like that.
No, very nice.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Very, very nice. Yeah. Did you know this, Satish Prabhu? I know that Satish Prabhu is also a
Yes.
fan of Annamaya.
Yes, Prabhuji. The history of Annamaya, I've read it in a book, Prabhuji.
Yeah. What is his name?
The first, I think, not very sure, Prabhuji.
Do you remember Venumada Prabhu?
Don't know, Prabhuji. I also didn't know the name of.
Yeah. This also shows that how the seeds are sown by great people in our life. It's not like, okay, now I have come to Krishna consciousness by some third party. So it's all, no, there is also so much that, even if we are born in a family, this is also because of our fortune. Yeah. And because of some achievements, blessings that our ancestors have done. That's why in olden days, when there was a marriage arrangement or matchings that were checked, they used to see everything to see, oh, from who's blessed, what blessings, what kind of auspiciousness will come upon by giving or by marrying. So all these things were checked. Very nice. Yeah. Any other things you want to share?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for such a wonderful part explaining. Yes, Prabhuji, the one thought I had in my mind that devotee should always think about how one can serve the Lord. But here, through Maharaj also thought about his mother. So is it also like caring for the one who has helped, or that is also service to the Lord, or that thought is also aligned?
Yeah, very nice question. So what in the case of Dhruva Maharaj? So there is this genuine natural affection that was there for his mother. Yeah, because after all, when we get some favor from someone, we shouldn't forget ever. We should never forget it, right?
Yes.
So it's not just because she is his mother. That's the reason. But actually, he is so much indebted. After all the success is because of his mother. That's how he sees. So that indebtedness feeling is there. That's one thing. As we know that, like at the last moment, what we remember, that matters. So he was remembering for his mother. Oh, how nice if she also, because of her only I am. So in that way, I don't remember exactly. I think in Charitamrita or only in Bhagavatam itself, there is this who says, "Deliver not just me, the whole everyone. Deliver everyone." I don't know if it is Prahlad Maharaj or uh, some other pastime where then the Lord delivers the whole village. Hmm. So here we are not just still thinking only about mother or father out of our materialistic attachments. Hmm. Here the emphasis is given to see that how they have a person in our life has helped us to attain success. We should never forget people who helped us in attaining the success. So that is what here it shows. And yeah, if not parents, who else will think welfare? Yeah, if they have shown us the right path, if the parents, nowadays the challenge sometimes is the parents, they may not have clarity in saying what is really right. In this case, Suniti, uh, she's already devotee, she already has realized, right, isn't it? She was doing while Dhruva Maharaj was doing penance in the forest. Yeah, who was supporting? Suniti was also supporting. How? Hmm? What was she doing? She was always remembering, always praying to Lord for protection of her son, that he can be successful in the mission. It's not that okay, she has other expectations for her own comfort or no expectations of material facilities. Nothing. She has perfectly shown that yeah, the best thing is to take shelter of the Lord. These days, I don't know how many such parents are there. At least in 50 years back, yeah, there was more. Now, if someone is telling, "Oh, I have become Krishna conscious," then they say, "Well, you become fool." Hmm? Very few appreciate that. Okay, their kids can are on the Bhakti Marg, which is the top mark. I think that will come in verse 42, 43. What is this marg? Bhakti Marg is very the topmost. Very few know why, because there was a disconnect. Just like Evam Parampara Praptam, yeah, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is saying that, oh, I have given this knowledge to the Sun God, Vaivasvan, but somehow this is gone, lost. I'm again coming to re-establish. So whatever was there somehow because of whatever reasons, because of our own karma, because of surrounding sangha, whatever it could be, uh, devotion we didn't appreciate to that extent that we can have a genuine love for the Lord. We have to devotion only to that extent which can save us from fire. Just imagine, like, okay, there is a fire in the house, and oh, so nice, I can put this fireproof jacket. Is that enough? Is that the purpose? No. We put the jacket, get out. Yeah. So yeah, so the point there is rather about parents or rather about mother or father. The point there is mainly to see that how if someone is a Shiksha Guru in our life, Suniti did that role. Are we doing that role to our kids? Are we giving right Shiksha, or are we covered ourselves just like affection of sentiment or attachment of mother that she says, no, 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 you come on, no, no, there is no, there are people, so many tried this route, they failed. This route is only after 60 years, first you enjoy. You do that, you do this, you have kids, you have to do that. So, yeah, is that the right instruction? So we have to see that who is giving the right instruction. If they are family, they are blessed. Outside, they are blessed. There is no like, okay, Dhruva Maharaj would just keep it. Yeah, even when he was going, he was paying obeisances to the sages. Yeah. Why? Because he feel very much obliged. Oh, I am in this ashram. The sages who have kept me. So eh, this helps us to understand the benefit of a mother who is uh, 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 um, who is guiding the child properly.
Yes,
I don't know if it answers your question. I don't know.
yes, Prabhuji. So Mata Suniti was also a devotee, so that's why she sent him for
Yeah,
on the path.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Multiple things on the same item that we shouldn't forget what who blessed us to attain success, and a devotee would really see, okay, not purely discriminate. Okay, he is my mother or father. Na, he actually seeing who has contributed success in our life, that we can take shelter of what Charanaravindam. Vande Guru Shri Charanaravindam.
But Prabhuji,
So,
devotee is always indebted because the body is anyway given by parents, whatever achievement, even if the parents are not good or, but still
no,
if
I
the
think the
devotee,
Pitru Run, there is no Matru Run. I don't know, maybe someone can help me. Pitru Run can be repaid. And Guru Run, there are these 4 kinds of runas, and there are ways how one can free up. And if one becomes devotee, he doesn't even have to think of these runas because he's already freed from these runas. I'll try to find that exact reference. Or if someone already knows, Beni Madhaprabhu would have come across.
Prabhuji,
okay,
Daivarun, Pitrarun, Gururun. You want to say?
one thing is that most thing is the runa of mother cannot be repaid. That's the thing.
From which reference you are saying?
Reference, I don't know, but the sacrifice is what she done for
No,
the
let's not.
phase through she go through. So that's the thing.
Yeah, but I mean, these are the runas, yeah. So I remember that a husband is freed from run if he begets child. Something. I mean, there is an explanation of who is freeing up himself from what run. Yeah, I haven't come across what you are referring. That's why, if there is some reference, we can look at it. But there are these runas, and there is also ways of how to free from them. And there is also, I think, Prabhupada is mentioning that if one becomes a devotee, then these things are already waived off. And in that case, Prabhupada is bringing the example of, I think, Yamunacharya, who says, I give up all these things. Of course, we are not at that level that we give up everything and then become, it's only that once they become so exalted, they give up this varnashram limits. Yeah. Gaur Bhagwan Prabhu, I'll find that and share it with you because I'm getting late. Oh, someone has already shared it, I think. Now Rupa is messaging about class.
Prabhuji, you have Bhakta course. So,
Yeah. This is the warm up. Okay,
Yes,
so
Prabhuji. Yes. Yeah, just wanted to say, I also heard Prabhuji that only if someone becomes a pure devotee, so only the rina from the Vaishnavas cannot be repaid. All other debts are repaid if one becomes a pure devotee. Only the debt from the devotees or the guru, spiritual master,
that
it
is,
cannot be repaid. Yeah.
that is also how to address is also given somewhere regarding I'll just find, because I remember very well. Prabhupada explained Pitrurun gets cleared when the child performs the first rituals. Okay, a quick 1 minute walkthrough through this link if it opens. You're able to see the screen?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So refer to the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam verse 5 to 2, and in that there is mention about for Pitra to remain in Pitrulok, the descendant must offer prasadam of Lord Vishnu. If the offering of prasadam to Pitru stop, they no longer can remain in Pitrulok and again take birth on earthly planet. And only pure devotees who are completely absorbed in Krishna Lila may be exempted from these rituals of offering. Anyway, so there is further, I'll find some references which can give, yeah, here is there. A man, yeah, there is this Matrurun does not get cleared at all. One can never repay. So this is what is mentioned. We are all ever indebted to a mother for having brought up us in this world. And then there is also a way how to get free from that. There is yeah, this is a kind of, anyway, as I said, let me find it because I've read multiple times that, and that mentions how one can be free from debts. Yeah. And in that case, I mean, I remember also Adres Prabhu for Guru Run also there is some way how. Okay. Okay then. Vanchakalparabhyasya kripa sindhubhyo cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Koti Vaishnava ki jai, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Krishna.